Hi, this is Regina White Favors with Homeless Recovery Tips. And so the topic is decorate your place. Video where I discuss don't decorate uh, your place in the shelter, which is very important because it helps you to understand that you cannot stay there forever. But when you do get your place, the place that you know you're going to live in for a good while, decorate that place. The reason why that's very important is it helps you with your mental, it helps you with your mindset. uh, if you begin decorating your place, you get the sense that you're going to stay there. And this only works as long as you know that you have gotten an apartment, you have the job to meet the responsibilities of the apartment. You haven't jumped ahead of yourself to try to hurry up and get something thinking that whatever income you have is going to be able to meet it. No, you are certain that the income that you have, you can meet it. And so therefore you qualify for an apartment, you got an apartment. Now you are sitting in an empty apartment because remember you've been homeless. So you don't have any belongings unless you put your belongings in a storage shelter. I mean, in a storage, and now you can arrange for a moving company to bring them to your apartment. If that's the exception to the rule, then that's different. Regardless, uh, decorate your place whether you already have furniture or whether you have to get new furniture. Of course, you're going to have to set a budget. That goes without saying. You may have to work a lot of overtime, but the most important thing is to take a room that you care about and begin decorating it. You don't have to have a fancy bed, you just need some bed rails. You don't have to have fancy mattresses right now. You just need a box spring and a mattress, a top mattress. You can always go to um, Target or Walmart or even Goodwill or Salvation Army to get some bedspreads and sheets and towels and things like that, right? Of course, you would want to get newer items when it comes to those things. But it gives you a task. You've already gotten over the major hump of exiting homelessness into and entering into an apartment. So now it's time for you to make the place livable for you. You cannot sleep on the floor forever. You are no longer homeless. When you sleep on the floor, it 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 reminds you of you being homeless, and it reminds you of how really the floor was comfortable for you at a very long time in your life. But you have to. It's funny. You have to make yourself uncomfortable by now buying a bed. How many times have you heard people who came out of homelessness? Someone got them a place, and then they instead of lying down on the bed, they lie down on the floor because that's what they're used to. And so then somehow lying down on the floor, they began to later self sabotage to the point that they ended up losing that apartment. They ended up losing that place. But if you lie down on the bed, it gives you some time to really contemplate and think about lying down on the bed versus lying down on the floor. And then when you get up from the bed and you walk to the bathroom that is now yours, that gives you some time to think about, okay, I have it easy. I can get off this bed and walk to the bathroom and use the bathroom, and I don't have to share a bathroom with anyone. I don't have to have the chore to clean the bathroom on a specific day. I don't have to come in at a certain time to meet curfew. I can come in whenever I want. I can walk into this kitchen. I don't have to wait until breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served at the shelter. I can literally walk into this kitchen with the food that's in the refrigerator and I can cook it myself. The more you get off the floor and sleep on the bed, it gives you all that self reflection and contemplation and planning time to think about, okay, I live here now. I don't have to exit here. I don't have to be up under someone's authority and be and expect to be kicked out if I do one little thing. I live here. The keys that I use to turn into the lock to enter the apartment, these are my keys. Based upon a lease, of course, and sure you have the authority of the landlord, but it's yours. By law, it is yours for that length of time. And that's the way you want to do it because When you live with family, that's not yours. But somehow you believe it's yours. You think you have rights. You start arguing with the person as if you have rights. When you live with a friend, that's not yours. You think you have rights. You start bringing people over as if your name is on the lease, when in actuality the person can ask you to leave anytime because your name is not on the lease. When you move into the shelter, you think you don't have to abide by the rules because you're grown. You represent the grown ages, but you are up under another authority on a different territory, and you do have to obey the rules. You do have to come in when they say you come in. And so, but here it is, now you have your own apartment and you don't have to do that. And the thing is, you don't think you're grown. You don't think you're old enough. You think you're still a child up under those other previous systems that I just referenced. But you are now an adult when you have the keys to your own apartment. So now you have to think like an adult. So when there was struggles of you still remaining in some form of adolescence, toddlerhood, young adulthood, teenager, while you are 40, 50, 60 years old, you're going to have to now reset your mindset, your belief system, and say, I am an adult. I need to act like an adult. It's time to be an adult. I don't want to be a child. I don't want to live with any more people. I don't want to go to the shelter anymore. I don't want to be homeless anymore. I don't want to do anything that kept me bound, that kept me up under somebody's thumb, up under somebody's foot, up under somebody's authority and rule. I want to create my own rules. I want to create my own authority. I want to decorate my place. This is my place. I have every right to be in my place. I need to accept that this is my place. That means acceptance requires you to accept yourself as an adult. Accept the fact that you're going to have to keep a job to keep this place. Accept the fact that you are going to have to pay the rent, pay the utilities, pay everything that is required for you to be an adult in order for you to keep the place, and also so that you are not in danger of losing all of your progress and all of the furniture you do put in. So take a room, take the bedroom. More than anything, get a bed, uh, so that, because you can get a box spring for 199 at Mattress Firm. You can get a top mattress, maybe like 199 to 399, right, depending upon the top, and get some rails for under $100, and that's your bed for right now. You can always fold your clothes up and put them on the top shelf of the closet until you can get a dresser or a desk or anything of the other things you need to get. And go to Walmart and go get some towels, some sheets, get a few items for cleaning, and then go to the grocery store and go get some items for cooking. Of course, you're going to need some pots and pans. Get a pan and get a pot and get an oven pan and some utensils. So I'm saying that it's going to be a task if all of what I just mentioned was done on your behalf without your input. If you at the shelter, you didn't have to worry about buying the utensils and the plates and the sheets and the towels and the bed, putting the bed together, and they did all of that for you. In other words, they decorated the place, the shelter. They decorated the place for you, right? And all you had to do was come in, sign some form to be accepted into the shelter, and then you go and lay down on a mat or a cot in the shelter, and you use the facilities, right? And then when it was time for the call to eat, you go in the line and you go get your food, you sit there and you eat it. But you didn't have to go out to the grocery store. You didn't have to go out to Walmart or Target to get those items. You didn't have to decorate the place. You didn't have the responsibility of being an adult. You laid the responsibility of being an adult on the shelter. So now you have to take back your responsibility, your personal authority, take it back, claim it for yourself so you yourself can decorate your place. So that means you're going to have a list, take out a list, take out a checklist, a list of items that you're going to have to do so that you can be successful in decorating your place. Again, decorating doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have all these highfalutin type of materials. You can have starter furniture or restart your life furniture. A basic couch. I got my couch from Amazon, and it was $2.99, and with tax $3.24. I got a rug. I got a bed. I got a number of things. Now there was an advantage to my purchasing and decorating my place. I had worked, I taught, and I accepted 4 extra classes to my load, which gave me 4 extra classes worth of money. So then that money that I did, which qualifies almost like overtime, we call it extra compensation. And so all that money, I used that to decorate the place. But even if I didn't have that, I would have taken it room by room. The first 2 rooms, you need to make sure of, uh, to take care of is the bedroom and the kitchen, because you got to cook. You got to have stability with your eating habits, and then you got to have stability when you lie your body down, lie your head down, lie your mind down, so that you can be productive outside of the place. So, homeless recovery tips: decorate your place.